Butcher Boy Joe I was led to believe that you were at Oracle. I was led to believe you were turning up somewhere down there at the park.
All right, so here's what happened. Your boy went on an excursion this morning, and Kenny, I'm feeling that new 49er sweatshirt and that upside-down giant lid that you got.
We had to get swaggy today.
I had to take a nap, and I just woke up from the nap, and my wife is yelling at me like I'm supposed to go to school or whatever the heck. Like I feel like I'm a toddler, missing first grade or whatever. I'll tell you right now, I just woke up. I still haven't even taken a shower. I literally sweat through my entire jersey. I just threw a hat on so I look presentable right now. KC D-Lo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna lay this. I'm telling you guys right now.
Okay,
this is biblical. This is David versus Goliath. Woo. This is cats versus dogs.
Woo. Wait,
this
who's Goliath?
I'll get to that. Hatfields versus McCoys. Bloods versus Crips.
Oh my.
NorCal, SoCal. Are you kidding me? Giants, Dodgers. True rivalries, in my opinion, are forged over generations. That's the way I look at it. You learn to hate, and I mean sports hate, the other team in the living room with grandma, with grandpa, with your dad, with your mother, maybe your uncles. You teach it to your kids. Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker type stuff. I mean, that's where we're at right now. This is their destiny. These two teams have to meet each other right now. This is going to be biblical tonight.
Joe, I've said a couple of times this week, this Giants Dodgers, you know how to this day, Deontay Wilder, to this day, you know how we talk about, oh, this is a rivalry here with the 49ers, but you guys weren't around in 92, 93, 94 for Niners Cowboys. We talk about it like that. Or if it's Cowboys week, it's, I'm getting all the vibes of 92. We talk about 93, 94 in such reverence, and we will for the rest of our lives. Here in Sacramento, we talk about 02, Kings, Lakers. That's another level for the rest of our lives. Even it got there a little bit. We talk about Niners, Seahawks, 2013.
I'll always remember
our lives. We're living in history. We're going to talk about Giants, Dodgers, 2021 for the rest of our lives, for better or for worse. This is living in history right now.
I mean, KC, just think about some of the things that you brought up. The reason I say David and Goliath, Damian, is if you go back to when the Dallas Cowboys were running the NFL in the late 70s, the Niners were also Rams. That's what the Dodgers have been doing in the NL West the last 10 years. This is a moment in time, and you're 100% correct. I remember where I was for all these key moments. I mean, just go back at Giants history in general. Game 1, Atlanta Braves, Tim Lincecum on the mound. That's a moment in time. I remember where I was. Colin Kaepernick against the Green Bay Packers at Candlestick, the final playoff game. It's a moment in time. Alex Smith against New Orleans. You remember those forever. Win, lose, or draw. I mean, the Sherman play, it's one of the worst plays in Niners history. It's one of the most iconic NFL moments ever. I mean, where would we be in the last 10 years without a moment like that? The ascension of the 12s, the ascension of the Seahawks.
I was talking about you.
Aaron Andrews, just so devastating. But that's what this is tonight. And the reason why I say that the Giants are the little one, the David, and they're the Goliath, just look at it. I mean, you gotta be real here. They have what I call to be an outlier lineup. In today's game, everybody's playing platoons, 5-6 different guys at 5-6 different positions. Maybe there's a couple everyday guys. Dodger team, you could go up and down like it's the mid-90s. I mean, if I say Atlanta Braves, everyone's like Rafael Belliard, Mark Lemke, Chipper Jones. Like, you can name all the players. In today's game, really the Dodgers are one of the few teams. Bellinger, Turner, Seager, like, look, the entire lineup is, that's markered in. There ain't no penciling platoons going on here. Then I look at their staff. Kershaw we're missing, and he's an all-time Giant foe. But let's be real, he's their number 4 starter, maybe their number 5. He was bad this year. You get the young kid Urias. You get, obviously, battle-tested Max Scherzer, who's going to the Hall of Fame with his 2 eyeballs, and then you're going to have the color. And then you got, obviously, Justin Verlander 2.0 in this kid who's pitching tonight, Walker Buehler, and he wears the capri pants. They've got guys by the name of Gavin Lux, for crying out loud. That just screams SoCal Quicksilver with the flip-flops, doesn't it? Like the hair, the glasses, the white pants. I hate everything about the Dodgers. I was saying all week, Damien, I used to live right near Candlestick. That's where I grew up. My dad used to take me to games for $1. There'd be 1,000 people out there on a Wednesday game. And I learned at 6 years old, This heavy-set dude in a blue satin coat with the Dodgers script across the middle, Tommy Lasorda, was the ultimate villain to me. But that's baseball. You get these great villains. Bonds to them was a villain, and I loved every second of it. This entire Dodger lineup is so hateable. Justin Turner is so hateable. What look is he even going for, boys? Like Wildling from Game of Thrones?
And why doesn't he wear an undershirt under his uniform, and he's got it buttoned down to his chest?
Dog, he's a weird dude. And you know we don't talk about with him? The needle. I mean, this dude was a nobody until he got 31 years old like David Ortiz. And out of nowhere, at 31 years old, not only do you become an everyday player, you become one of the greatest third basemen in the modern era. Like, somebody needs to look into that, all right? Somebody at ESPN. Anthony Wadrado, can you put a book out on that bad boy?
Woo! Butcher boy Joe Shasky with us here on D'Lo and KC. I'll tell you who doesn't want the Giants to win. The sports books.
Oh, haters in the house.
There was a write-up this morning that sports books stand to lose more than $1 million if the San Francisco Giants wind up winning the World Series based on the 100-1 odds that some of these books had them set at before the season started.
Let me tell you something. I love the game. I was born for this. I live for these moments. I live for these moments. Give me the slingshot. I'll take down the Giant. I have no problem with it. 8 straight National League titles. That's what the West, is what the Dodgers have done. They've got one of the highest payrolls in baseball history. They traded for one of the few 5-tool players in baseball history, Mookie Betts. This guy's a superstar. Cody Bellinger, 2 years ago, anyone would have said, I'm not trading him for not one other player in baseball. Now, he fell off the cliff, but look, you're going to be ready for this one. I love being the underdog. I love it because so are the 1981 49ers. And you know what? They beat America's team, and America's team had to sit back and watch us win a Super Bowl. And that's what they're going to have to do when we go face the Brewers next series.
If you
Let's go.
If I wasn't looking at both of you, I would think you're the same exact person.
Hey, man. Let me tell you
my boy Butcher Boy said, I love the game. That's what I'm talking about right there. You know what? You know another thing that got me. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the morning roast this morning. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to what's going on. It got Dodger fans
6 to 9 on 95.7 the game.
9 new hours. They on there. Oh, we didn't. The Giants are bandwagons. We didn't see nothing before 2020. Butcher Boy. They've sold out that ballpark since the day it opened. That's 20 years ago. What are you people talking about? This is a team in the San Francisco Giants that really, you can tell me better you can tell the people better than me. But what have they had? 5, 6 losing seasons since 1997. I mean, stop playing with us. Really, stop playing with us.
I mean, KC, they have been remarkably consistent. I look at the Cardinals as one of the most underrated franchises in sports. 1 losing season, 20 years. I mean, it's incredible. It's really incredible. Multiple World Series rings. The fact that the Giants won 3 World Series since the Yankees won their last one is you're insulting my intelligence if you told, a 10-year ago me that was going to happen. There's just no way about it. Here's the thing about the Giants that I love about what they did. For so long, the last 7 years, the blueprint is you got to tank for 5 straight years. You got to rack up all these top picks because the Astros did it and the Cubs did it. And you got to tear it down to the studs. The Giants did it in a very unique way. Now, I don't know if this is carryover for next year, but they got a bunch of dudes who I thought were done. Thought Crawford was done. Thought Posey was done. Thought Belt was done. Longo was done. Cueto was like cooked barbecue chicken. I mean, the dude was the carcass of a barbecue chicken. Like it had been picked at for the last 4 years. I thought they were finished. And these guys had career years this year. To me, that's a testament to the staff. That's what that is. And these legendary players who are having 3rd and 4th acts in their careers willing to be coached up. That shows you, to me, that's the greatness. Nothing is worse than a stubborn player at the end of their career, not willing to adjust, and they kind of fade into oblivion. To see Buster Posey have a year like this, it reminds me, dog, we slept on his career. He's the Joe Montana of Giants players. He is Mr. Captain America, and Brandon Crawford is a Dwight Clark. He's the lovable fan favorite that everybody feels they could go meet down the block at Safeway or at the bar or see throwing the ball with his kids at the park. I love this Giants team. And Farhan, I didn't know he was this good at finding gems. Kevin Gosman, 1-year deal. Ended up being a great deal. Logan Webb, are you kidding me? He's the 11th best prospect.
Sacramento, Rockland, stand up.
I had no idea. I sold him short. But what they've done with this young man is tremendous. Look what they did with Doval. He had a 6.42 ERA in AAA. They shined him up, and they have turned this guy. I think he's the X factor for the series. To me, he is Weapon X. He's Wolverine for this series. They've never seen
K-Rod. He's the Giants version of K-Rod this postseason.
Look, the Giants have had great runs on closers. Rod Beck was unreal. I think we forget how great he was. Rob Nen, 300 career saves. That's what Jansen has. You're going to the Hall of Fame damn near if you get 300 career saves. And obviously they had Brian Wilson, who was outstanding. This kid, I think, has more raw talent than any of those guys. And Rob Nen was one of the best closers of a generation. I love what the Giants have done this year. And I think Kapler, more than anyone, this is where, man, don't judge a book by its cover. I thought he was some retread meathead from Philly that didn't know what he was doing. He was going to take the analytics and he was just going to, plug and play. I'm going to have them tell me what to do. This dude's blended the feel of the game with the science, the art and the science blended together with those Excel spreadsheets and those old baseball instincts. And the results speak for themselves. This guy has completely won me over. And he's backing up Bruce Bochy. Imagine the shadow that guy casts. I'm sorry. I wax poetic because I fell back in love with baseball this year.
I feel the same way.
You're listening to D-Lo and KC on ESPN 1320 KIFM West Sacramento KRXQ HD2 Sacramento and Odyssey Station, and driven by Lashers Elk Grove Dodge. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Odyssey. We're live on 1320 AM in Northern California, and we're live with Butcher Boy Joe Shasky. KC, go ahead.
I want to get to the game now.
Yeah.
And I'm specifically looking at this weekend, games 1 and 2. I don't want to put this type of pressure on the Giants, but my gut says don't come out of this with a split. Obviously, you want to win every game, but a split would feel like an 0-2 hole almost. It feels like I want to jump on these Dodgers early. I think Logan Webb has dominated the Dodgers as of late. I want to use that. I feel like the way we feel about Bellinger. Now, I'm not saying that he's an MVP or anything like that, but the way we're terrified of Bellinger and Max Muncy, I feel Dodger fans feel the same way about our guy Late Night Lamont. And I expect Lamont to have a big series, especially, in this game, they might go with Urias in game 2. That might be a little difficult, but I expect Lamont Wade to have a big game 1 at the very least. What do you see from both of these games this weekend?
It's interesting you bring up Lamont Wade. Isn't baseball weird where we get these crazy stories, guys out of nowhere that no one even predicted? Like Sean Anderson for Lamont Wade, I yawned. I'm like, who the hell is Lamont Wade? Dude's been a stud for this team. Remember Ryan Vogelsong? Yeah. I didn't know who the hell Ryan Vogelsong was. He ended up having a career resurgence, and going to an all-star game. You don't see this in basketball. You don't get like a 29-year-old dude or a 28-year-old dude out of nowhere all of a sudden become one of the linchpins of a team in the crucial moments of a game. In football, you get a David Tyree here and there, but for the most part, Priest Holmes coming out of nowhere, those are rare. You don't see those in other sports. In baseball, we see this all the time. I referenced Justin Turner. He literally came out of nowhere. This is to me, the template for tonight. You got to get the ball to the bullpen with at least a 1-run lead. I do not want to be chasing late. That's the key for me. Yeah. You don't want to chase. And Logan Webb, I got to give the guy credit. He keeps the ball low in the zone. He's been resilient all year. Can he get through 6? I'm not giving him a third chance through the lineup with the Dodgers. They've seen him a bunch of times. You got to remember, not only have they seen each other like 19 times this year, go back the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times they saw each other in spring training. So that's why the one guy who they have not seen is Camilo Duvall. They have not seen Camilo Duvall. That matters to me. Walker Buehler, they only touched him up one time, and they got him out of the game in the 3rd inning the last time they saw him. Was that a blip in the radar? or did they figure something out? I will find out tonight. Here's my player that I think is going to be crucial, and he needs the year to just flip over. It's Mike Yastrzemski. Mike Yastrzemski quietly and steadily is a great ball player, and he's had a frustrating year this year. He hasn't been able to put it all together. When you're having one of those years, you just want to get to the postseason because you start back at zero. That's why I think Bellinger and Yaz, to me, those are the two X factors for both teams. Sleeping Giants.
I like that. Let's go, Butch. Let's go, man.
Before we let you,
I think Damien's ready to kill me.
Oh, are you kidding? I get tired listening to you. I get tossed. I get exhausted. I was just debating.
He just woke up. He's not even lathered up. He just woke up.
I know, and my man's got a shower, and I want to let you. Do I dare bring up the 49ers and ask about the Cardinals, or should we just let Butch, hopefully go rinse off or something?
You know what's crazy to me is that the Niners are big. I mean, the Niners are rock stars. Everyone knows this, and they almost always supersede anything anyone else does. Almost always. The last time I felt this way about the Giants being bigger than the 49ers, I was in the Candlestick parking lot going into a Sunday night football game, Eagles-Niners, and Donovan McNabb was making one of his final starts with the Eagles, and we're walking in, and this is back before cell phones were as advanced as they are now, where you could just stream anything you want on the phone. And I hear the roars through the parking lot. Brooks Conrad booted the ball. Brooks Conrad booted the ball. And people were more worried about what was happening in the Giants-Atlanta Braves series in round one than they were the San Francisco 49ers. Now, that was with Alex Smith. I mean, that was with Mike Singletary back in 2010. Trey Lance making his first start. And again, I'm so excited. I'm so optimistic. Why does it feel like the lowest thing on the pecking order? Like, I got to get through Friday. I got to get through volleyball on Saturday morning with my team. I got to get through Saturday night because I'm going to go out there again on Saturday night. Hopefully I'm alive Sunday morning, and then I'll think about the 49ers. But the fact that it's even like that's the way my brain is thinking about it, it's kind of crazy, is it not? I mean, am I wrong, guys? NFL is usually 10-1 on any other sport.
Well, I mean, when you have a series that's very literally never, ever, ever happened before in the playoffs, it's a big deal. I get it. I get why you guys are excited.
It's historic, man.
It's biblical, Kenny.
It is
biblical.
Somebody said it perfectly, and
Joe 3:16 said so.
they said it, and it was right. We've been literally waiting for this for a lifetime. We've been waiting for this our whole lives. Let's go, damn it.
I don't know if you guys believe in destiny.
I'm envious of Giants fans right now. Like, I wish I was. I want to feel like this. I want this feeling.
Dog, I got a closet full of jerseys. You can hop on the squad anytime you want. I have no problem with you.
Well, I'm rooting, but I don't have that interest of a lifetime of like being a fan of this. Like, I recognize it just as a baseball fan, as a sports fan. Oh, this is a big deal. But I want that Joe Shasky feeling. I don't want that every day. I couldn't handle that. But I want what you're talking about right now. I want put that right here. Like, let me feel that tonight.
Do you guys believe in destiny and fate?
Sure.
Yeah. So I have a theory, right? And I always say this, like, opportunity will knock. It's up to you to put your foot in that damn door and jam your way through it. That's the way I believe life works. You get these moments, and you were bringing up moments in life. This is one of those moments in life for the Giants. Go back to 2004. The Red Sox find a way to beat the Yankees. And it's been Red Sox over the Yankees ever since. One ring since then for the Yankees and 3 for the Sox. Okay. They have dominated. They've won 8 of the last 9 series. Now, right now is one of those moments for the San Francisco Giants to put their foot down on the Dodgers. Next year is not a given. I have no idea what's going to happen. They got a ton of players who I've never seen. Prospects or suspects until proven otherwise. So let's just worry about today. Let's get through game 1. And the key for me, Kenny, I'm telling the key for me, they have to do what they've done all year. Play clean baseball. This isn't sexy. Throw the ball to first base without any errors. Don't walk anybody, right? And keep the ball down, because the home run is how the Dodgers want to swing. They're great against righties and lefties. There's not an advantage really one way or the other. And the bullpen, which has been the hallmark of the Giants, #1 bullpen on all the metrics all year, and they have the best defense in terms of shifting. They get more output out of the shift than any other team. Can they put it all together for 5 games and not have a blunder? I just referenced it. Brooks Conrad. That's what helped the Giants get to the next level. An error. Things happen. Play clean baseball. I think this is going to go down to the wire every single game. I honestly see a 5-game series, and it's going to be the top of the 7th in game 5, and we're not going to know what's going to happen. I'm dead serious on that.
I'm coming to see you, Elizabeth. I'm coming to see you already.
Joe, we got to let you go.
Yeah.
I just took a peek at the chat. People are ready to run through walls listening to you. I think you're becoming a hazard to people's health right now. They're getting so hyped listening to you. But thanks for carving out some time for us. You obviously have a busy day with all you're doing with 95.7 and of course the game tonight and everything going on this weekend, man. So you know how much we love you. Thanks for jumping on with us.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Hey, I love you guys too. I love my Giants, and go Giants. Let's have fun. Beat LA. Let's do this. The city is waking up. This is the ceremonial reopening the World's Fair of San Francisco. We've been locked down for 2 years, and we're going to be rocking tonight at AT&T Oracle Park. Damian, I'm telling you right now, jersey in the mail to you from me. I got the candlestick throw on. Let's go, KC.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, all right. Bush, we appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Butcher Boy. We appreciate you, buddy. We love you, man.
LA.
Thanks for joining us.